Well, howdy, you serendipitous salamanders. It's your old friend, Big Harv here, and I'm joined once again by my best friends in the entire dang world. Please welcome the man creating world-renowned art straight from his heart, my homie Oni, better known as Ramen Doodles Art.
Hey, bada bing.
You feel good about that?
Now.
He's got a catchphrase now, everybody. Omar, how you doing, bub? You good? You good?
Pretty good. Surviving the snow, watching people slip on ice. It's pretty good.
All right. Well, hey, that's not bad. There's no more wholesome activity than tripping people and, watching their necks break in the ice. But speaking of breaking the ice, next up, he's the beautiful blondie with the beard to be feared, taking photos so immaculate, they'll bring you to tears. It's Rye Dog of Ryan Greg Photography, baby!
Hey.
Looking fucking just beautiful. I mean, he's, the stunner right there. And let's just talk real quick. Ryan, everybody at home wants to know, how do you just set up the office so perfectly? Like everybody on the podcast. Yeah, go ahead.
It's an optical illusion. Everything that's a mess is just out of frame. There's papers everywhere.
Okay.
It's just one of those Google backgrounds, Google Meet backgrounds.
So it's all green screen. Makes sense, Hollywood effects. Ryan's gotten a little too big for his britches. That's why he's never on the streams anymore. He's just ascended, We can't talk to Hollywood over here. And speaking of celebrity in Hollywood, rounding out the Slappy Hour right now, finally, our new official full-time host. Let's just get this right here. This is an old friend, a sister from another mister. Fucking used to make fun of me on the bus for wearing a rubber ducky, looking poncho that my mom made me wear. Everyone give it up for Lita, the nerd spitting the baddest, most soulful words you ever heard. That's right, it's the poet Carlita _New York.
Woo!
How you doing, Carlita?
Can't copy my move.
Happy. If I didn't.
And I just want to say, everybody, if you don't know what this is, it's the dang Slappy Hour podcast. We're back. Cue that gosh dang theme song. Oh, shit. The sources are not adding up. Oh, no, we're finally having technical difficulties again. For some reason. I don't know why. Hang on. The entire stream just went down.
Oh, no.
When has that happened before? Hang on. It clicking.
It's still live.
Oh, okay. It was just a fucking delay. All right. Y'all, we're back. Welcome to the Slappy Hour podcast. Sorry for the delay. It doesn't matter. You're not going to fucking cry about it. You're just going to, give us money. No. Hello, everybody. We're back after, I don't know, what is it? Almost a year of being away, not getting to play.
For the full Slappy?
Has it been that long?
It's been close. I think the last thing we had was me, Rye Dog, and Lita at one point, and then me and Ryan were interviewing Brian DeSalle over from Robot Civil War back with the Root Canal Records. And now we're back after, just a whole year of stuff. It's almost time for Gen 4. But before we get into everything with the podcast, where we've been, what we've been doing, we're just going to give you guys a couple quick updates real quick on how everything's going forward for the rest of the year until we start moving into the new studio. Essentially, what's going down, what is going down is, look at all of us. Clearly, we're 30-year-olds. We've matured, which means we're busy as hell all the time. So the host, the collective you see right here, we're not going to be able to be on, at the same time every time. So there's going to be a rotating cast of hosts for the different shows like Root Canal Records, Kicking It Real, the gaming stuff, Was It Worthy, the new stuff coming up. So yeah, take a look and, just bask in the beauty while you've got it. We'll try and make it happen all the time when we can together. But if we can't, hey, you'll enjoy us when you can get it. And speaking of what you can get and what you can do if you help us out, the best way to help out Kicking Teeth right now is either give us a follow on Twitch, or if you got a Slamazon Slime Slub, use it It's a free Twitch Prime sub. It helps us out, helps the channel, helps support us, helps us do bigger and better streams. And as always, remember, we are here on Twitch raising 100% of the donations, which is right there. You can see the donate tab under our faces. It's probably right under Carlita's face in the little bottom right there. You can donate to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, where every single dollar goes to helping families in need, and every cent goes to making sure that, families affected by childhood cancer do not have to, spend their money worrying about that and can just spend the time taking care of their kid. And that's the most important part. We got all the points right there. I mean, the hosts are so enthusiastic, and that's just how enthusiastic we are about St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. They're an amazing organization. So yeah, if you do have the dollars, feel free to donate their way. Otherwise, let's start the show. So, y'all, we've been gone for a minute. It's been a hot second, I would say. And, for various reasons, I'll start. I've been very sick, dealing with just a bunch of different health stuff going on. And that's kind of like where I want to start this off. And kind of like the main thing I want to talk about during this episode today is dealing with what we've been kind of doing during the off period, how we've been dealing with, there's been sickness. Some of us have had loss, grief, stress, overwork, just a bunch of different stuff like that. So for example, if I'm just like to go first there, something that's been like super massive and helpful for me, that's been really like helping me get through all this different scary health stuff is being able to stream, game again, hang out with all of y'all, raise money for St. Jude's and all of that. It's just been wonderful being able to do more games, more streams, and set up, we got a bunch of bands coming in and stuff like that, and start to do like more creative stuff on that after being on pause for so long. So I want to start with you, Omar. You've been gone for, about a year. What the hell have you been up to? And what have you been doing specifically to keep yourself sane?
I feel like this year was crazy because I just moved out to Portland. So it's been the year of just trying to make friends, basically.
And how has that been going?
Because when you move to a new place, it's very lonely at first. Obviously, I have someone I live with, so it's not horrible. It would be worse if I didn't have Danielle. So, but
Do you have any people that you're friends with now that took your lunch money at first, and then you won them over?
Pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
They collectively came in a group and took 1 penny at a time until I had nothing.
So you're a masochist. You really like you really like a little bit of torture there. That's good. That's fun.
Yeah, but it's been cool because I've been super proactive. Just forcing myself to do things so that I can meet people. Whoa, I just shrank.
Listen, it happens to all of us. I mean, most of the people on this podcast, except Carlita, are shrinking just rapidly. My wife points it out every day. She needs to give me uppies to get to the top shelf. It's a whole thing. But yeah, so speaking of stuff you've been doing to be proactive and stuff, I've obviously I think we've all seen your art just excelling and soaring, just in not only skill but scope.
I'm so proud.
Yeah.
But I also saw,
exciting things.
You've been playing music too, more playing shows, getting back into guitar and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was one of the best parts about moving here is that I was able to find these people, Rose City Guitar Company, who are dude, these two teachers, it's Samantha Russell and Amber Russell, are insane guitarists. Samantha's this insane metal guitarist. And then Amber's one of those tappy slapping about, rhythmic guitar things, but super technical. And they've been awesome because they do lessons that are a group thing. So you meet people while learning from them, and then and then they just throw a show every summer and winter. So I got to do the summer show, and it's basically Baby's first concert. It's we're all School of Rock, except it's mostly 25 to 30. Well, some older people. It's not, and they do have a kids class, but generally the general classes are older people who moved to a city and are trying to make friends.
That's cool.
How often is Jack Black showing up for a cameo? Do you have to pay a fuck ton?
Yep.
Goes into tuition, right?
Yep.
What's the skill range for everybody in the class? Are there
they have tiers. So there's classes that
cool.
they have right now I'm doing a shred class that's crazy, doing arpeggio drills and shit from the metal teacher. So that's like some of the people in that class. I'm like, why are you even in class right now? Like you're a beast already.
That's
Just to
literally
show off.
that's
Yeah,
literally every time I hang
exactly.
out with Ryan. I was too embarrassed to ask him, nervous around him to ask him to join a band because it's like the same factor.
Yeah. And it was sick. The first show in the summer was super fun. It was like summer. We were like did it in a theme park that's in Portland, and it was really funny because there's like the range of genres. Like we got to pick our own songs, or they suggest one if you don't know. And it starts kind of like light music. I did like an indie rock song, but then there's this like group of dudes who only do metal, and they were playing like Lamb of God, like and I think Death Clock or something. I can't remember.
Death clock.
Wow.
And we're just in like an amusement park. There's kids all around, like there's kids like going down a roller coaster. Meanwhile, there's like these dudes just going like, no, 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 no. Fucking, it was great.
That's incredible. Now, yeah. Speaking of incredible things, we have a new fucking host added to Kickin' Teeth. She's been on an episode before, but now finally added to the lineup. Lita, you're here, and I have to know. The crowd's gotta know. It's burning up inside. How have you been coping with the insanity of just life and, just every fucking thing being nuts?
Oh,
We
I
lost you.
know.
is
Lost your voice.
You're good. You're good. No one's gonna be angry. The crowd's outside with pitchforks of my house for some reason. I don't know what's happening.
No, they're dragging Laura away.
Yeah, wait, they're getting loud. Why specifically me? It's not my audio. Oh, fuck. It's okay.
You know, Harv, the whole story about you wearing a duck. What was it? A duck poncho?
It was just a yellow poncho, but it made me look like a little rubber duck,
Yeah,
But
I heard so different from your mom. She said that you went up to her and said, "I want this poncho because I'm a duck now, and you can't stop me."
the
And
thing
then you
is,
just-
I feel like you might have had that conversation with my mom and like have a core memory, but I don't know if you're fucking with me or why. It
yeah,
could be
she said
true.
that you would go on the bus and you'd be like, you just started like quacking around and nipping at people's feet like
And
you
for-
were a little duck looking for bread.
and trying to lay eggs in the aisle for some reason, even though you
Yeah.
can't physically produce them.
You carried a thing of eggs and you would like put them in your pants and they would just slowly drop out of your shorts.
My mom's like,
And-
all the food money's been gone. Oh, sorry, Ryan.
And this is right before you met Omar, right? At like 13 years old.
Yeah, I was like, I want to make friends with that duck.
Yeah, I was 5. Omar was 13. That's the age group. Right? It makes sense. Carlita, sorry, we were talking about laying
Is
eggs.
the mic working?
How you doing?
hear me now?
Yes.
We can hear you now on a slight delay. So we are gonna.
What now?
Good.
Yep.
Better.
Okay, cool. I was wearing my headphones on the wrong way. Apparently, that greatly affected things.
I wouldn't have actually thought that would make that much of a difference with Bluetooth. So that's actually good.
It was, well, I don't know. I guess like it's wherever it's like set up on for like,
Or
the
was it
receiver.
like we
I have
put
no-
right ear on it for a reason?
Yeah, pretty much. That's like it just was a thing.
And that's hard for people lately. I always have to do that to figure out my rights and lefts.
I'm terrible with my lefts and rights. Whenever I have to sit passenger with someone, like, and they're just like, "Oh, which way am I turning?" I'm like, that way, we're going that way."
What about up and down?
Oh,
and
That's the
down I can
most
do.
confusing.
Up and down I can do. It took me a bit, but I know how to do that one.
don't y'all just call your moms to figure it out? Okay, just use the resources available. Am I right?
Up and down is confusing because like the further you go down, then it becomes up again. This makes
Oh,
no sense.
Damn it. Now you got me confused.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, the further right you go, you end up left.
Oh shit, you're right. Or left.
Or
I just saw recently that apparently with Antarctica, everywhere is north except for the center, which is south.
oh my god.
Every
That
direction
hurts.
is you're going north except for the center. Then you're going
Yeah,
south.
there's no east or west.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
All
weird.
north.
Don't you mean least? I mean, anyway.
East.
Yeah. clearly we're not scientists here, but you know, that's what y'all come here for. It's really, you know,
I teach children.
do you teach them science?
No,
Ah,
I
there
teach
you
them how to make
go.
words pretty.
Yeah, exactly. And you know,
Let's see.
yeah.
Check out this long word, Antarctica.
Oh my, and yeah, you know, speaking of, you know, the master of words there, you know, just the grip on the English language, the person who can put them together in just such formats that can just really bring you to tears in multiple ways, and have on our podcast before and our streams. Lita, how the hell have you been? What have you been up to cope? Just with everything in life, either boredom, stress, financial shit, which we're all dealing with here in our own individual ways. What have you been up to?
Well, cope with insanity. I guess I've been trying to like write more again.
Hell yeah.
Even though you've introduced me as like this textual alchemist, and my
Ooh.
Instagram is the poet Carlita.
You just said
Once I
textual
got
alchemist.
into
Like how you're sitting there like, oh, you're really like just putting me as that, and then you drop textual alchemist, and we're all sitting there like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, we're too stupid to be on this show.
A word mancer.
Yeah.
ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, it's when I started teaching kids poetry in I'm a teaching artist, so I go into schools in the Bronx and I teach them how to do slam poetry. And apparently what happens when I teach middle schoolers poetry is that it siphons it from me, and suddenly I have writer's block and I can't write. Which sucks. But then I don't know, I just started I joined a writing circle with Neil Hilborn, who's like my favorite slam poet, which is really cool to kind of like interact with him. Except every time I have a conversation with him, my entire face and neck goes bright red, and I'm like trying to like focus on what I'm saying. But it's on Zoom, so it's like I'm just watching myself like turn all these different colors, and I'm like, be normal, be normal, be normal. But no, it's definitely helped. I've started for real. It's definitely helped. I've been writing more, and I went back to school. I'm currently in school again. Thank you.
Ben Wilder.
But I'm going for art education, and I have been teaching 4 different art classes this year.
Holy shit. Sorry, go on.
A lot.
That is a lot on top of already teaching yourself and then doing another extracurricular that like literally makes your face red. So that's incredible.
Thank you. I guess that doesn't really answer your question though, because it started with combating the craziness, and instead I ended up just listing out the things that are making me crazy. So
You just added to it.
But
To be fair, I feel like 90% of my coping skill is just drowning myself in work and things to do.
Right.
I mean, I think that like literally, I mean, we've all kind of suffered from like, and we're public about it. That's kind of like why we started the channel and everything, to help people dealing with stuff like that, just by kind of being transparent about stuff. But really, like the best way to deal with madness, it seems, just for all of us, and depression, sickness, anything going on like that, is one, connectivity. It seems to be a centralized theme, connecting with other people. But yeah, as we joke about like drowning out the noises, but it's really true. Just like staying busy. Like every time we seem to stop, doing the podcast or doing the things that like make us happy and, slow down, it seems to be those are the times. So yeah, I mean, I think you're answering the question a little bit there,
All I heard was that you cope by enlisting into school again and making yourself more crazy.
going into more debt.
Well, my other coping skill is getting tattooed, and I have slowly but surely started on my new quarter sleeve.
We're zooming in. Hang on, we're gonna get a close up.
I'll center myself.
All right.
That is a Sylvia Plath line where it says, "I shut my eyes and all the world drops dead. I lift my lids and all is born again." And I got a little skull there. I got a bat here, and I'm gonna put a line from from Alice in Wonderland, where it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Bat, how I wonder where you're at. And bit by bit, I'm just going to do different lines from different poems with different
That's
little
cool.
characters.
Really
That's
cool.
sick as hell.
I love me a
But-
very like a unique themed piece
Yeah.
sleeve.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
well.
you,
It's
thank
very
you.
well like planned too. Like I like that you have kind of like that cool format of it all. Like kind of to add what Ryan was saying there.
I have a suggestion. You should get a
Hmm.
small little oven next to the Sylvia Plath quote. If
Oh
nobody,
no!
if nobody
Oh,
knows,
no!
she offed herself by what'd she do? Just open her oven or something, or put her head in
She
the
put
oven?
her head in
would-
the oven.
That was
Yeah.
was that real or is that just like a poem?
No, that was real. That
Oh,
was real.
really?
That is how Sylvia Plath killed herself.
Well, that doesn't
Now that we
sound.
got dark,
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound like the best way to combat insanity, or maybe it is really. I mean, anyway. Well, that is-
Helpline! 988 helpline!
Yeah. No, very much, obviously, everybody, we're not, we talk about mental health. We, express our battles with it, issues here. Please, we're not professionals. If any of that ever comes up, please call a professional, call the helpline. It is there. But we're just going to get back to that because I don't know how to fucking segue out of that shit. We've been talking about just different things, different ways we've been dealing with stuff. As I mentioned at the top of the show, Ryan's a very busy boy. We haven't seen him on as many of the gaming streams. He spends a lot of time readjusting those vinyl in the background to make them just look so perfect and crisp and just make us all jealous of his
beautiful.
setup. No, but Ryan, I mean, listen, I've seen you've opened the print shop and stuff like that on the site. I've seen you doing a bunch of stuff, but what have you been doing in the year that we've kind of been off in the midst of the madness? Have you been like doing anything like new lately or,
well, working a lot for the most part. I've been doing quite a bit of traveling for work, which is cool because I get to like travel all around the country and see parts that I probably never would have gone to, but it takes a lot of time and travel's taxing on mental health. But when I get home, been doing a lot of photography. Over the fall, I did a lot of photography. I opened up my print shop on my website,
which we'll post later and at the end of the podcast, just for y'all watching at home later on TikTok, whatever.
Nice.
We'll throw up the link. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, did that, and I guess to like hope on my off time, aside from photography, been catching up on a lot of TV that I've missed over like the last year because there's been a lot of shows that have just kind of crept up on my to watch list. So that's been cool. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call.
If you need to answer it, we can pause.
No.
What shows
so,
have
yeah.
you been watching?
So most recently, Invincible.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I think I have one episode left of season
The
2.
second-
And then I think that's all they have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're waiting to release the next
When
half.
when's the next half come out? It comes out soon, right?
Next month or 2 months from now.
Yeah.
Someone
hope so.
Google it. We all have Google machines. Someone Google it.
Yeah. I like Ryan, because Carlita was just saying, I finished the final episode of like, I'm caught up as of last night. Which, hey, maybe, depending on what happens with the sub goals and the follows, everybody, maybe we'll do a Kickin' Teeth watch party for, the rest of season 2. Maybe we'll have a little, popcorn or something like that.
Tyler and I binged it so hard where like
Yeah.
it got to the point where we were like, we need to sleep.
Right,
we
right.
need to sleep.
Yeah.
That's my problem. I'm like, I watch things, and I'm like, all right, one more, and it's like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, because we're talking about mental health and, just totally not depressing things. And we're all on here at the same time, and we've all finished season 1 we're at least. Just spoilers here because it's not a Kicking It Real episode. How did y'all feel after the finale of season 1? Because it literally fucking made me afraid of just the world and life and fucking put me in a hole there.
I wasn't afraid, but I definitely like hurt. Like I think I just kind of like sat there like for a while.
I was trying to figure out the whole time like the motivation for what he did, what Omni-Man did, and like when it finally came out, it was so just like ruthless and
Yeah,
cutthroat.
very cynical.
Yeah, and I didn't see it coming. I thought there was going to be some larger than himself kind of, all for the purpose of the world kind of reason, but there wasn't.
I couldn't get over like what he said about his mom.
Oh, the
That
pet.
like really like that I was just kind of like like because I mean obviously like what he did to his son and stuff like that, but like what he said about the mom, it just kind of like felt even more so because it's like obviously like he was like doing something and he had like the heroes and stuff like that, something was up, but it's like the whole season he's like so lovey-dovey with his wife that it's like
Right.
that was something too that I was just like, I thought if anything he ended up having a kid because he fell in love with the mom or something like that, but instead it's like, I mean, like I love her like I love a pet. Like, and it was just like,
Right.
oh.
Which is
Okay.
also how I feel about Danielle.
Oh my. Yeah, I mean, speaking of like partners, there joking.
Internet lives together.
Oh my fucking. Like speaking of partners, there I showed Laura because Laura had only seen like a little bit of season 2 and saw like Debbie being like depressed and stuff like that, but she didn't really know why exactly. So I showed her the finale of season 1, and she's even sitting there like, a pet? Are you fucking kidding me? And like that was like the just the start of it, and then this fucking train scene happens, and it's like, oh, I've never, oh my, ugh. And I also just like,
So, yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Ryan. Sorry.
I mean that's been a fantastic show, and you've been talking about that for a while. At least when season 1 came out, and I've been kind of sleeping on that for a minute. So I finally got that in the queue.
Yeah.
But like I've been on like a sci-fi like alien kick too. So like right now I'm watching Invasion on Apple
Oh,
TV.
dude, it's so good. I just started, but it's so
Where is
sick.
it? On what?
Apple TV.
Um,
Invasion, and then also on Apple, Silo was fantastic.
I heard that was
You
good.
told me it's good. I need to do it.
Only
Did you
there's
watch-
only one
is
season.
that based off the book?
Yeah. Did you read the book?
I started it and then I started reading something else instead. I own it.
Fun fact about Invincible: friend of the show, Sloth Roboto, did backgrounds on it. He's in the
Oh,
credits.
wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And they get us merch.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't think so.
Dexter also wants merch. His head popped up.
yeah, I mean, can we get a one-on-one with? Listen, I don't like Omni-Man's not a good dude, but that's a dilf if I've ever seen one. I'm just gonna say it right now. They really catered to me there. And also just like bringing that back up again, and we're talking about mental health. I think that show really, really kind of is a good portrayal of just like abuse and like domestic abuse and childhood abuse. I think that it just like speaks miles, especially the end, like watching, after he's done all this stuff, going to blame Mark for, like, why did you make me do that? I can't watch that scene or think about it without just like fucking tearing the hell up. So yeah, just like
Right.
What an incredible, powerful show. But yeah, I guess just to bring it back to, the powerful stuff and, kind of more of the positive on that. Yeah, Ryan, what else have you been up to? Anything on that end that's been like helping you cope with everything going on? Or, just like keep you busy?
I was gonna mention one more show.
Yeah, go. You're all good.
Foundation. Have you guys seen Foundation? Also on Apple TV. I've been on a big Apple TV kick. But yeah, also like very sci-fi. It takes place like a couple thousand years in the future, where humans have left Earth and populated like a bunch of other planets, and there's like an empire. It's pretty much everything Star Trek and Star Wars wanted to be.
Nice.
It's fantastic. But all right, I'm off the show kick now. So yeah, but TV really helps me kind of just dissociate and plunge into other worlds.
I don't know if it'll make
Hell
you
yeah.
feel better,
Hell
but you
yeah.
should watch Succession because that show is fucking fire.
Yeah, I have one season left on that too. I stopped watching that for some reason over the summer.
Yeah.
and I haven't gotten back to it yet, but that's fantastic too. And I'm watching Suits right now with my wife. We're part of that resurgence of Suits that since they put it on Netflix.
I've been rewatching House.
Oh,
And
House is fantastic.
I've been rewatching House with Tyler, and it's to the point where it's like we have to be careful when we put an episode on because we will just sit and watch and watch and watch. Tyler has also he has a cane that he found on my birthday, and there was one episode where testicular epilepsy, like it ended up being like the sickness was testicular epilepsy, and Tyler has not let it go. That's everything is testicular epilepsy, everything is kidney failure, everything is the liver is failing, like it must be lupus, metal poisoning and stuff, and like he'll go around saying that and stuff.
It's never lupus.
It's never lupus.
He just has like the common cold.
Exactly. It's never what's the other one? MS. They always think it's MS too.
Yeah, that's a kick-ass show.
Oh, it's amazing. And I forgot how great it is, and it's also so weird because it's not like it was that long ago, but it's how dated it is.
Right.
You know, like even when like
even 2010 stuff feels dated now.
Yeah, even when we were watching an episode and they went and it had to have been like 2011 or 12 this episode. 2010 I've been told from the background. Where it was they were speed dating. And I was saying to Tyler about how, like, you know, like I was always like curious about like doing something like that, literally just for the fun of it, because I thought it would be like kind of just like weird. And then Tyler made a joke saying, "Well, I mean, we have done it before. Like it's swiping now."
Yeah.
And then I was just like, well, damn, like, and then it's suddenly that too, because like you don't have speed dating events anymore, and suddenly that felt dated, and it's just this, like weird.
2010, I think 2010, like literally, smartphones just popped up, like just came.
Yeah. I didn't get a smartphone until nearly 2012.
Yeah.
You know, like they existed obviously, but like dating apps didn't.
Yeah.
Hot or not did, but.
Next.
What about that website where you could rate people's poops? Do you ever see that one?
No,
Just
I think
me?
that was just
Okay.
you.
So Omar is probably not going to be on future episodes of the podcast for no reason. Like there's nothing related to that. We love the guy. He's just really busy. Jesus Christ.
And so, I guess one more thing that's been like kind of pretty cool, and like giving me something to look forward to in the new year. It was like back in October, we actually found out that we're going to be parents.
What?
There's the shock value, baby.
I didn't even know that. What the hell?
Give
Yeah,
it.
so
Oh.
Did you know this, Harp? You must have known.
I knew this. All right, so I've known this for a little bit. Ryan and Sarah called me on, like, you Zoomed me or FaceTimed me just out of the blue, and I'm just sitting there like, all right, there's nothing, like I've been waiting for this day. I got to cancel all the future plans, the trips, all the things we're looking forward to are gone because they're fucking 100%. Calling because they're pregnant. And yeah, Omar's been asking like, oh dude, how's Ryan been? Like, what's Ryan been up to for like months? And I've just been like, dude, he's been so busy with work. Just like so busy.
which is true. And then I think like 2 weeks ago, Harv was like, yeah, Omar doesn't even know yet. I'm like, wait, you haven't mentioned it?
I thought
He's like, I didn't think you wanted me to. I'm like, oh no, you can tell anybody you want.
Some people like to keep it a secret.
Ryan wants to keep it a secret till the child's at least 5 years old.
Do you know what you're having?
So we actually just had the scan today for that, and we're gonna do like a reveal tomorrow. So I'll know tomorrow.
Are you doing like a special like the gender reveal party or something like that, or?
So yeah, we had them put it in an envelope. We handed off the envelope to my wife's sister. She's making like a little cupcake for us, and we're just gonna do like me and my wife tomorrow, we're gonna like find out, and then Saturday we're gonna do a thing with our families, with like our parents and grandparents.
So you don't actually know yet.
No, my sister-in-law
The
knows.
information is out there. Is it killing
Yeah.
you?
Kind of.
I couldn't deal.
We keep flip flopping back and forth what we think it's gonna be, but
Got me fucking.
well,
What do you want?
I don't really care, honestly. I mean, I want a boy eventually, just because like I'm the only one in my family that can like carry on the name, but it doesn't matter if it's now or later, or I mean, I guess never. Like it really doesn't matter as long as whatever we have is healthy. That's all I really care about.
I mean, you could always just do what my mom and Omar's mom did, because
Hyphen, right?
yeah, my grandparents kept having children, and it was because our grandmother wanted a boy. And they ended up with 4 girls instead. Hello, Dexter. Hi.
Yeah, Dex, let's go.
Ryan, I kind of imagine a gender reveal party for you, where you just like release an endangered species into the party, but painted in the color of the gender, like a pink dyed lion or something.
100%.
I mean, we can do that with our dog.
Yeah. Dye his fur.
To like tag on to what Omar said right there, like, yeah, Ryan, you're all like, everybody's asking like, Ryan, so what do you want? It's like, oh, eventually a boy, but what are you gonna do if it shows up and it's like fucking when you get the little reveal at the end of Shrek 2 or whatever that it's half dragon, half donkey baby? I would like to know.
What am I gonna do? Well, I'm gonna have to ask a few questions, but I'm still gonna love it like it's my own.
That's the answer. And man,
Or what if you find out it's a skateboarder?
Ew.
Oh, one of them
A
hoodlums.
ruffian, a hoodlum.
Yeah, I mean, Brian, goddamn, like, man, it's been just so much fun to, text you fucking every week, like, we're gonna tell him on the podcast, hee. But, no, I mean, just congratulations. We have a kicking teeth baby about to be born, man. And just, I think we're all so fucking proud of you. Like, congratulations to both of you. I'm fucking getting misty-eyed even thinking about that shit right now. And I've known for fucking months, so why? But, man.
Well, thanks for being proud, but I didn't do that much.
Yeah, no, real talk.
How is Sarah? How is she? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's doing good. She was, dealing with the sickness, like, in the first trimester, but she's pushed through that and feels pretty good. Feels relatively normal. And aside from, like, a very slight bump starting to appear, you wouldn't even... We're kind of like, is this really real, or do they have like a preloaded ultrasound video that they show everybody?
Have you felt any kicks or anything?
She has, but she's like, here, try to feel now, and there's nothing. So
she really could just be making all of this up.
She's throwing one over on me.
She's been eating a lot of Reese's Pieces behind your back and didn't want you to know.
Listen, they say half dragon, half donkey hybrids don't start, kicking until like 7 months in.
Don't stand behind them.
Yeah, we got just a chat right here from a tier 1 subscriber, our future technical producer, Papa Old Bones, the only Levi Crank. Just wanted to say, Big Daddy Ryan. So yeah, another just chat popping off for you, Ryan.
Thanks, Levi. Love you, bud.
Yeah, so congratulations. That is incredible. I cannot wait. We know you do like a bunch of nature photos and incredible photography now, but it's going to be all baby. I cannot wait.
Baby and nature. Just going to put them in like a tree or her.
Do you have, I imagine because, your wife is also a part-time model in a lot of your photos and the subjects. Are you going to do like the whole kind of like pre-shoot, like yourself? Are you going to do that?
We've done some like progress photos, but yeah, we'll probably do like a almost ready to pop shoot.
Is that the technical term?
You should get an action shot of it flying out as the doctor is catching the baby.
I think I'll probably have to have AI generate that photo.
How is Duke the puppy? Is he aware of like Sarah being pregnant? Is he acting different at all? Like anything like that? Weird kind of dog sense yet?
I think at first, like the first month or two, and now it's like normal. But I don't know. Maybe it'll change again as we get closer. I think he's going to be really good with the kid, though. He's like, he knows when to be gentle, and he knows when to play rough. He smacked me in the eye like a week and a half ago.
He's probably gonna hate it like the first few weeks and then get used to it.
Oh, probably. Then they'll be best friends.
My friend is pregnant with her second child, and everyone asked kind of just like how Harv just said to you, asked like, oh, like, so how is the dog? Like, is the dog acting different, blah, blah, because we've all seen those videos and stuff. And every time she'd be like, I think so, blah, blah, like she kind of likes to be near my stomach. And then it wasn't until she was pregnant with her second kid that's actually what made her take the pregnancy test, was because
oh wow,
she was like acting kind of weird. And then she's like, oh yeah, the last time she did this, I was pregnant. And she was like, and she thought she took the pregnancy test. So cool. It wasn't, she didn't realize she was acting a type of way until it happened again. And then she's like, oh, okay. So it is weird that if you and Sarah plan on having more kids, maybe you'll realize that there's some like weird things Duke was doing before that he only did then.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll have to keep a lookout for that. Definitely like toward the beginning when she was going through like a lot of the hormonal changes, she'd get like really emotional really randomly, and for very short periods of time, like we'd be watching something. I think we were watching 101 Dalmatians, and like when Cruella DeVille steals the dogs, like that. I mean, that's sad enough, but Sarah like burst into tears for like 10 seconds.
Oh!
it was like you flipped a switch on and then turned it off just as quick. But like Duke really cued into that, and he was so like right next to her all day. Really sweet.
He's like, I get it. It's scary.
He has like such
He's
a
like,
personality.
these are my people.
Well, yeah, I mean, Ryan, that's incredible. I mean, I know we've said it already, but like, fucking cheers to you and your family, man. We are all so happy for you here. And yeah, you know, we have no pride in you. It's all to your just lovely wife, Sarah, the incredible. You know, so yeah, I cannot wait for the episodes where you have the baby on. You know, and you know, we got a little, you know, kicking teeth suit. You know, I think Omar is now the final time that we can finally design the baby onesie. I think it's time for a kicking teeth onesie.
Sarah needs never mind. I was gonna say Sarah needs Akatar onesies, but I'll save that for book podcast.
Well, I mean, that is kind of in the works, and I don't want to cut anybody off real quick, but I guess that's kind of a place to talk about this right now because we're almost at the hard out. You know, we had a hard out of 10 today, so and I want to, you know, keep to that. We have a bunch of new stuff coming: cooking show, photography segment, podcast, just a bunch of new stuff coming this year. And we mentioned it at the top of the show. It's not going to be the same as in like. The Slappy Hour is not going to be, you know, bi-weekly. It's going to be when it happens kind of thing, because we're going to be doing other podcasts like the Root Canal Records Routine Checkup, where we're checking in with new bands. Which, speaking of which, we have Bongo Goldman coming on January 25th. That's next week, next Thursday. That is our technical producer, Levi K's band coming up. We're going to be hanging out with them. February 1st, we have Knife Throat coming up, returning to the show. And then I believe we're working out the dates right now. February 29th, we have Sarah Waxberg Photography coming back on the show. So we have a bunch of new stuff, variety stuff.
Leap year.
The leap year. Omar's birthday month's coming up in March, the Ides of March. We got game series that we have been planning for a long time, including Link to the Smashed, a series where we're all getting together, playing different Zelda games. I'll be playing Zelda for the first time while all of these jokers make fun of me for dying in the game, schooling me on stuff like that, and just a bunch more. So I just want to say, like, from the bottom of my heart and from all of us here at Kicking Teeth, get excited because there's just more coming. The new studio's hopefully going to be Gen 4 coming up over the summer. So we'll be, me and Ryan will be doing some more in-person stuff, working on that as well. Obviously, you know, we got baby to take care of, so there's going to be a little more pressing things going on. But yeah, just thank y'all that have been watching the streams, coming back to the streams, helping bring Kickin' Teeth back to life after all of this stuff. Seriously, through sickness, health, all of this stuff, it means the world, especially y'all who have been spending the money you don't have to fucking donate to us on the streams, the subs, the follows. It all means the world. So yeah, just thank you. I love each and every one of these people here. Y'all are incredible. If anything left y'all want to say, Ryan? Anything left with the baby? Anything y'all want to plug before we go?
I don't think I said, but it's due in June.
Ooh.
So that was just
Big Harv's birthday month.
Yeah. You've been talking to Sarah, right? Oh, go ahead.
Fun fact. We're due on June 5th, which is going to be the 80th anniversary of D-Day. So, a very historical baby.
Yeah, just like the best, the best
D-Day for delivery day.
Oh shit!
For the birth pictures or whatever, or what do you call it? You should do like make a little set so that it's like the baby's like crawling through D-Day.
Yeah.
Or me the beaches of Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh my frick! And that...
like have the baby like passed out with like spaghetti sauce on its stomach or something.
That's actually.
Or you could just be like afterbirth on it. Honestly,
Yeah.
they come out chunky.
And if you haven't missed Kicking Teeth, this is probably the reason why. But we're so glad to be back with this fucked up nonsensical goof troop we got going on here. Fuck. Now I'm just thinking about a goddamn D-Day photo shoot in the goddamn delivery room. Are you kidding me? Man, hosting is tough. Yeah, y'all. It's been incredible. Ryan, once again, congratulations from all of us. This is so exciting.
Okay.
Everybody, speaking just of real quick, Ryan, where can people follow you on the socials? And I think you have a link, a store that you opened up as well.
Yeah. So I'm on Instagram at Ryan Gregg Photography. You can find my website, ryangreggphotography.com, and then on that website I have a link to my my print store, which is through a website called Darkroom. It's a print store for photographers by photographers.
Wait, but the dark room is your creepy murder basement. You can't be switching it around. All right, I'm gonna pull this up right now while we're just on the chat, everybody. Omar, you got anything going on lately you want to plug? I know you're kind of like big wig Hollywood now, but anything in the personal portfolio going on?
Well, I found out I've been learning Japanese, and I found out that my name in Japanese means baby toilet, so I'm plugging that.
That's the shit I want to see. Hang on, I'm pulling up Ryan's website.
So you're learning Japanese, or you think you're turning Japanese?
I'm learning Japanese.
Omar is sort of Japanese.
Omaru?
Omar, remember when you wanted...
Yeah, apparently Omaru means baby toilet in Japanese.
Omar used to want
potty.
an Omaru... Oh yeah, Omar wanted an Omaru tattoo at one point, so little would you have known you would have had baby potty.
It is. It's on my. It is on my leg.
Oh, so you have a baby potty tattooed on you.
Yeah. I think it's kind of perfect, honestly.
That's pretty fitting.
That's the gift you can give Ryan and Sarah, is a baby shower.
There you go. And just real quick, speaking of Ryan once again, because we love him so much, everybody, a baby is extremely expensive. So you know what you should do? Hop on over to that store, which you can see in the background right now of the shot, and go buy some dang prints. I mean, I'm very easily. It's not hard to make me cry. We all know this. We all make fun of me constantly for this. But this man's work has brought me to tears just more than once. I've literally had to tell him about this. So we're just scrolling through right now. It's incredible. I mean, can I scroll with a left or a right? Nah, we'll just do this. But just the plethora of stuff, watching you grow as a photographer from and this is the thing we always joke about Ryan. My wife literally jokes how we have to call Ryan for everything that we are confused or, need help with because he's just able to figure things out. He's the man with the plan. It's been incredible getting to watch you grow as a photographer all this time, man. From day one and the variety of work you have. Go buy a dang print if you haven't yet. Go support an artist, man. I mean, Papa Duke right there. Yeah, and just once again, Ryan Gregg Photography at darkroom.com. Go check it out. Give it a follow. And Carlita? Anything you got going on? So I know, we were talking kind of at the top of the show about getting back into poetry, your face turning red all the time because you're talking to one of your heroes. You know, you're just busy, busy, busy. Do you have anything going on, like slams you're looking to do or like looking forward to? Anything coming up?
I am trying to. I haven't been in the slam scene. I am currently coaching my kids, and they're going to be in a poetry slam at Joe's Pub on February 13th. But as far as myself, the Nuyorican Poetry Cafe, which is one of the biggest poetry houses in America and in New York, shut down a month ago for renovations, and it's going to be closed for 3 years. And so there's another big poetry house, but I've actually personally never been to it, called the Bowery, and it's in the Bowery.
Yeah.
They play shows there sometimes, so you guys may have been to it. It's the Bowery Ballroom.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I've been looking into like trying to worm my way in there since I don't really know the people there. I also, and I'm going to put it out here to kind of hold myself accountable, is I'm trying to sell like clothes and jewelry and stuff that I paint and make.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
So like
Nice.
I have these earrings.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's sick as shit.
And
Some
then
UFO.
the bat and the stars
Those are
glow
so
in the
cool.
dark.
Hell yeah!
And I accidentally washed these in the washing machine when I had them in my pocket, so they
And
stay.
they're durable.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's a real
And they're
testament.
light.
Well, fuck yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, is there a place you were selling them specifically, like IG? Is there like?
Not yet, but
Okay.
I will keep that tuned with Big Harv so that you guys can plug it because your girl needs to eat. Food is very expensive.
Yeah. Oh, it's the groceries are the scariest thing nowadays. You know, we'll just bring it back to the depression factor right here, right? No, no, that's incredible. And like, just like everything we do on this show, like for all of the hosts individually, y'all have seen us before. We've started a podcast. Everything's a work in progress. We're starting to realize that, you know, more as we grow up, and it's just harder. So as you know, everybody, this is kind of just a good place to leave off. And everybody watching home later on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you're catching Kicking Teeth, take your time. Don't stress. You can always come back to what you're doing. It doesn't just have to be the end of what you're doing, clearly, because this fucking shit still ain't dead. So, yeah, y'all, keep an eye out. As soon as we know with Lita, as soon as we get that set up, we'll know. Go check out Ryan's print shop. Go check out Omar's portfolio on his site as well. And, yeah, remember, everybody, please, if you do have the dollars and stuff like that when you're watching the streams going forward, if you got it, donate to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We've made it easy on Twitch. If you click down below, there's a donate to charity option. It's right next to where you sub or follow to us. So please go help them out over there. And as far as Kicking Teeth stuff goes, the best thing you can do, follow us on all the fucking platforms. And if you do want to help us hit our sub goals, feel free. If you have Amazon Prime, that means you have a free Twitch Prime subscription. Helps us do bigger and better things, like the Mortal Kombat stream we have coming up. Like, I don't know, the Lord of the Rings Return to the King stuff. Omar and I have a whole Halo series. We're just going to work on a bunch of different stuff and have fun, because that's the most important thing in the world. It's keeping connected. And yeah, dropping the ring into Mount Doom, as Carlita is clearly showing right there. And, you know, just, you know, sticking up for Boromir, because he was a pretty good dude, I'd say. Anyway, y'all, this has been Kicking Teeth. The game streams are going to happen in about like 15, 30 minutes. I'm going to hop on and do some more of that shit. But yeah, we love you, everybody. Thank you so much. And remember to kick them in the gosh dang teeth. Bye-bye.